Hello all, I'm Beaumont, and today we're going to be building a greenhouse that I've been working on in Pocopia. I'm not perfect, so we're going to include a mistake counter as well, but these are the items you're going to need. I'll include them in the description as well, so you get a good list of what exactly we've used here. We're going to start with cobblestone. I think it provides a rustic look that's really important to the feel of the game. So this is going to be a very simple build for me. It is a 7 by 9 by 9. So we're going to go 7 blocks deep, 9 blocks wide, and then at its peak, it is 9 blocks tall. So it is a little bit taller than some of your pre-built, a little bit taller than some of the destroyed houses. But if you're building more things on your own and not doing a lot of pre-builds, you're going to find that it's almost important that things be a little bit bigger just because of the scale. You see the same thing with Minecraft. So now we'll come around to the front and we're going to add 2 more blocks for a stoop. Once those stoop blocks are in, we'll add another set of stairs. And then I will add another set of stairs on the far left, dead center. So these will be our 2 egresses into our greenhouse. Next, we're going to move on to our stone tiling. I really like the stone tiling. You can use any floor you want here, but I think it gives a real industrialish, commercialish vibe, like a greenhouse that is professionally done. This works better in Magnemite form, but you can do this by hand, but even before you get Magnemite form. So we're going to place a few blocks and then a 3 by 3. And here we come to mistake number 1, where I go to place a 9 by 9, but I lose 3 blocks because I've placed it as only 6. This next beat's important to me. So this is our grate flooring. We're going to put 6 of those down. This is going to make a nice little potting station for us at the end. It gives us a chance to be a little more professional. And there's mistake number 2, because I've now lost 2 more blocks. That's 5 stone tiles that I've had deleted just because the game has a silly little glitch in it. But our floor's done. So we've got a little potting station here, and we can move on to our walls. For this, I'm using diagonal flooring instead of another wall. I understand it's flooring, but I really like the look here, and truly, who cares if you're using flooring? It's what you think looks good. I think this looks stylish. I think this is attractive. If there is a different wall or a different vibe you're going for, great. Build out of whatever you want. But now here comes mistake number 3, because I'm going to place the 3 by 3 here, and I'm going to need those later, some of those blocks. And number 4 is coming up here too, because I also need some more of those blocks, but also I'm going to be losing some blocks here by putting a 3 by 3 that is unnecessary. So I have hurt myself there. But now we're going to start putting the gable on the roof. Now this is going to be a stair step roof. It is a slanted roof. So much like Minecraft builds, we're going to have to go back 1 block on each side every step up. So this 7 deep then becomes a 5 deep, becomes a 3 deep, becomes a 1 block structure. So we'll mirror that on the other side. And this is where I will be learning that I have upset the balance by shorting myself a block. So make sure you don't do what I did and you put that extra block there. And so you're not having to jump down like me and grab blocks here. We all make mistakes, and this is learning. And this is, I felt it was important to keep these in to show that, we're all human. So we'll add those back in. We'll put that back. We'll go to Magnemite form and fix that and finish out. So once we've got these last 3, 4 to put the last cherry on, boom. Now our walls are complete. So we are ready to start building. We're going to move on to the doors. I'm using 1 by 2 doors here, and I think the window panes that we're putting in pair nicely with those. They do a nice flush fit, so we'll put 7 of those in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 going in, and then another 7 on the front. These are mirrored. So then they, the exit and entrance, or however you want to describe these, however they want to be for you, they'll look the same. And then I think more is always more. So I notice here that I should have put a hole in this wall for more windows. So we'll knock 3 blocks out, suck those up, and we'll put 3 more in. to give us more is more windows. I think that being able to see and having the extra light coming in the greenhouse is super important. So we'll throw our doors in there now. And then it'll register this as a house. Once you have some furniture in it, you could move Pokemon in there. In my main build, I do have Pokemon living here. So now we can go on to the roof. I'm using the slope stone roof here that you get from Rocky Ridges. It includes the skylight pieces in that recipe. I think they look really well together. The skylight pieces, because they don't have any blue on them, they'll fit nicely with any of the roof. I just like the look here. So if you want to use the purple tiled roof or the orange, go for it. So these are going to be 3 steps up and on both sides. This is going to be quite a bit of roof tiles. So make sure you make plenty so you're not having to stop and come back. Roofs are one of the things that I have the most trouble with. Even as many hours I've put in this game now, I make mistakes here. So pretty hard. So we started with about 7 mistakes before we got into the roof. We're up to 9 already. And I can go ahead and give you a spoiler. We're going to get to 14 by the end of this. So I really like the way these pieces look on top. So we're going to add this top piece. I added this across instead of finishing up this one overhang piece because the snapping was a little weird. And so you may have to do some playing around to get the snapping to work right. But there we go. We'll get our snapping in and then we'll come back. If you notice, I have overshot the roof. I think that's important, and I do that in all my builds. If you think about like how a lot of commercial buildings or even most homes in the West are built, we have overhangs and eaves on buildings. So I do natively build into my builds these overhangs. And so there will be one on the bottom too we'll get to, but we'll get that matching on both sides. The front is not going to be an exact match for the back because we're going to do some funniness around the door, but we'll cut to that in a minute. And we're going to leave, like I said, we'll leave those 3 blocks in the front open for an awning. Now we're going to move on to our skylights. So we will finish out there and we'll start putting our skylights in. So these are a little fidgety as well. They're not like roof pieces. They will snap, but you can place these on top of each other without meaning to. So we'll put 2 rows of 7 total. So that's going to be 14 on each side to start with. You are more than welcome to stop here with those 2 rows and do the 14 on each side. I think it looks fine. We'll put another row up. And there's my mistake. So now we're up to 12. And it's here that I realize that I went a little bit overzealous with the tiles. So I want 3 rows of skylights personally. It's the way I like to build. Again, more is always more for me. So we'll delete that front piece and we'll throw in 7 more. That's now going to be 21 on each side. So that is where the 42 are coming from when we say that we need 42 skylights at least. So they come in batches of 10. You'll have to make 50, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It is going to be a little glass intensive, but you'll have some skylights left over to work on other projects with. And here I've deleted 1 too many and put a skylight down unnecessarily. So that's mistake number 14. So very quickly we've gotten to the end of our mistakes, but they're all done now. So we can put those to bed. And now we're going to finish out with the overhang. So I'll come out 1 more block down and I'll put my extra overhang blocks in. And that'll be those 11 across on the front and back, but we're going to remember we're skipping 3 here. So 1, 2, and then skipping 3. We'll finish out. And there we are. There's your roof completed. All right. So now we can get to the fun part, decorations. You will need to get in Magnemite form or build up a little bit for this first piece. But here's the items that you're going to need. Again, we'll put these in the description. You're going to need at least 3 planters. I use 4 on my main build, but you're adding in space to put in hedges, bushes, menu boards, potted plants, any kind of little extra add-ons you'd want. I chose to use the Glossy Awning here. There are a couple awnings you can use. I just really like the look of it. It's dyeable, but I think this gives that in a garden center local flower shop vibe, which is what I was going for. So we'll add some potted flowers here. 4 of these. This gives you some greenery and some light. We're going to throw in a decorative iron ladder. My thought behind this was that it's like having a ladder up on the wall that is ready to be taken down and climb on the roof if you need to. It's just completely decorative. Now we're going to build our potting and repotting section. So I have a sink there and then 2 tables with the grates for any soil and water to fall through when we're doing our repotting and making our plants prettier. We're going to put a couple crates out or some barrels for just a little extra oomph, and then a table, a bench really. We'll put in a couple extra wood crates or barrels just to fill out the space. And here we go. You've got your interior mostly done. If you want to put electricity in here, I would suggest you use the mini generator just for compactness, and so you're not having to deal with all the wiring. If that's the case, you're going to want to dig down 3 blocks at least. That way you can hide your mini generator. If you've got more power in the area that you can connect it to, great. But if it's just the one thing you're wanting to do, then drop your mini generator. You're going to need to either dig yourself out or get in Magnemite form for this, because unfortunately it doesn't stack. So just jump out and we'll throw in your wireless power generator, go down 1 block for it, boom, put stone tile back. And then if you want to put in any lights, whatever, there you go. You've now got your completed little greenhouse garden shop. And we'll switch over and show you the completed version on my main build. Right, so here we are. Hello, hello. Welcome to my main build. I do have some Pokemon living here, and so we have a few of the things. I love the fact that the sink works. Instead, in here, there is some hanging lighting. I do need to get power in here. I've not yet come back and put a generator in. I built this before I had the generator. And then in the front, I've got these lovely gentians and hydrangeas. On the side, I want to do a little more here. They call this greebling, where you're adding in details. But on the back, I've got some crates and some barrels and hay bales. So it looks like this is a working garden center. So I'm really, really pleased with this build and how it turned out. If you like what you see and you want some more videos from me, let me know and hit that subscribe button. Thanks, guys.